So, Alex, how are you doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah. That watermelon freeze from Taco Bell, Live Moss.
Were there any seeds in it?
No, there were no seeds. It was pretty good, though.
It's kind of false advertising.
Yeah.
Right? It's like my Joker ice cream. That had pieces. Chocolatey fudge pieces.
Chocolate fudge hot pieces.
Why didn't yours have sparkly black watermelon seeds?
Could you taste the madness in the mint madness chip?
Yes. I could feel Jared Leto inside my soul.
Yeah.
Cackling.
As we all should. If you're not eating a meal that can help you better connect with Jared Leto, you're not really eating or feeding your soul.
What was Kenny talking about? How they're putting Jared Leto in like a Venom movie?
What? When was that?
We were talking about earlier when we were talking about Venom 2. Because they're making it's not a Venom movie, sorry. It's just like the Venomverse. It's like all the Spider-Man Sony movies.
You're calling the Spider-Man spin-offs Venom movies now. He's playing Morbius, the living vampire. I think that's the character's name.
Of course, Jared Leto's playing a vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Has he played a vampire before?
'Cause
that seems like an obvious role to cast someone who looks like Jared Leto in.
He probably has. I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 Jared Leto films.
Which are?
He's probably in more than I've realized, but he's in Fight Club.
I forget about that all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's in Mr. Nobody. He's the titular Mr. Nobody.
I didn't see that one.
I did. I liked it at the time. I haven't seen it since. It's a movie that I watched with some of my buddies in high school, and we talked about it in our physics class. And then slowly, week after week, the rest of the physics class started watching it because we wouldn't shut up about it. And then so there's like a good month where the only thing we talked about, like literally in the class, the teacher would just like play music and we would do a worksheet. So we would just talk about Mr. Nobody.
That's how my physics class went also. But not without the Mr. Nobody part. But definitely with just listening to music. Why is that all physics class? It's just like you just do worksheets all day.
Yeah. So there's those two. Blade Runner 2049 and Suicide Squad, where he plays Mr. Joker.
The titular character, Mr. Suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've only seen Suicide Squad, Blade Runner, and Fight Club. I don't think I've ever seen any other Jared Leto movie. Oh no, I saw Requiem for a Dream.
I haven't seen that.
People really like that movie, but I think it's kind of mids.
He's in Panic Room, right?
That sounds right.
Because I'm gonna watch that soon because it's on Netflix now.
Ooh, you know what's on Netflix now? I was asking.
Oh.
No, I'm fucking with you. No, well, now I feel stupid. There was a movie that I saw that had just got on Netflix, and I was like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. Don't remember it. That's great. Great entertainment, great content.
I don't know.
What was the last movie you watched?
Yikes. Hobbs and... No. Yeah, it was Hobbs and Shaw. It really was.
So, what did you get out of Hobbs and Shaw? You were telling me about how Ryan Reynolds is...
Sorry. Spoilers going forward for Hobbs and Shaw. Sorry.
In case you were going to see it.
Fast and Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw.
You got to put the first part.
Just to clarify, we're not talking about another Hobbs and Shaw film.
Which there are several.
Yes. Ryan Reynolds is in Hobbs and Shaw. He plays
Detective Pikachu.
He plays Detective Pikachu / Agent Locke. There's in the film Hobbs and Shaw, there are the characters Hobbs Shaw, Locke, Brixton, and I forget Shaw's
And mortar,
sister.
concrete.
It's a film with beautiful names.
So let me get this straight. You got Ryan Reynolds playing Locke.
Yes.
So is this a Lost prequel series?
Potentially.
Starring a young John Locke?
From what I know about Lost, literally anything is possible. This could be an extended flashback on the island.
What if, like, 2/3 through the movie, it just switched back to the island's perspective?
They do go to an island in Hobbs and Shaw.
Is it in Hawaii?
It's they call it Samoa. I mean, I
like the Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I like the Girl Scout cookies.
If there was one movie that you could work on that was already made, obviously, but like that you could just be crew on in order to like experience it, what movie would you, or like movie or show? It can be either.
When you to experience it, my brain went to maybe Borat. Because I feel like that's an experience.
Exactly. That's something that like the crew gets a way different experience than the audience.
But then like my dream would be to work on something like Nathan For You. I think.
That's
even if like on those episodes where like they shot stuff, but it never aired because it just didn't pan out, I would still like to be a part of something like that.
Yeah.
See like what does work, what doesn't work, because I feel like a lot of it's found in the editing room.
That's probably true.
But I don't know.
Because sometimes it feels too perfect, but for sure I think that that's like not all the way true. You know. But the reason why I asked that question is because I was thinking the other day how fun it would be to work on Lost as a sound mixer. It's so fun. Just in the middle of fucking Hawaii.
That's
walking
true.
around in the fucking forest.
I think also I have to think of one that I would actually want to be a part of, but like a really iconic performance would be something fun to witness. Not even necessarily a good performance, but like I don't know, like being on set with Christopher Walken perhaps. On 9 Lives. Was he a human being in that film? He was, right? He starred across from Kevin Spacey in 9
What was
Lives.
Was Christopher Walken like a shopkeeper?
I've never seen
He's
it.
always a shopkeeper in this fucking movies. Like he was a shopkeeper in Click.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I could be a part of any film, actually, it would be to witness Adam Sandler and Christopher Walken
in the titular film
in Bed, Bath & Beyond in the film Click. He was an angel, wasn't he?
Some bullshit like that.
Spoilers for Click. I believe he was an angel.
I have a theory that Click and was it the Tooth Fairy? Was that the title of the film?
The Dwayne Johnson film? The Hobbs film, Tooth Fairy? Yes.
Do you think Hobbs, Game Plan, and Tooth Fairy are all connected?
I do. I believe that the game plan was for Luke Hobbs to become... Oh, God. Does he work for the NSA? No, it's not the NSA. He works for some sort of tough guy agency. And then he dies and becomes the Tooth Fairy? Is that how the Tooth Fairy becomes a Tooth Fairy?
No.
I feel like you die.
I don't remember him dying. That feels like it should be how that happens. Or it should be like Tim Allen's Santa Claus rules.
Yeah. That would be... If that were the rules, that'd be really sad because the Tooth Fairy 2 starring Larry the Cable Guy, so the implication would be that Dwayne Johnson was killed by Larry the Cable Guy, potentially accidentally, potentially on purpose, first-degree murder. Oof. And Larry the Cable Guy replaces Dwayne Johnson.
Wasn't that the plot of a lot of those Santa Claus movies?
Yeah, the premise of the first one
was that they wanted to kill Santa Claus so they could take his spot. Was that like Was that the premise?
The premise of the Santa Claus is that Tim Allen accidentally
Well, yeah.
kills Santa
But
Claus.
I mean, in the future, doesn't someone try to kill him?
Well,
I could be totally wrong about that.
yes. But I also in the one of the early drafts, or either early draft or like Tim Allen wanted to do this on set, and then the director said no. Was that he like took a gun to kill the intruder on his roof, and he literally just kills Santa Claus instead of just like saying like hey, and then he accidentally knocks him over. But in the Santa Claus 3, this isn't exactly what happened. It isn't exactly Tim Allen getting killed, but Jack Frost goes back in time, and I believe kills Santa Claus first.
Yeah. Why is it that on every like ending movie to a franchise they go back in time to the first movie? That happens in Avengers. That happens in Santa Claus.
It will happen in Star Wars.
I don't think you're wrong, honestly. And that's the part that scares me.
It could be done tastefully.
It could. I thought I would hate Endgame because of that. When I heard that they were going to time travel, I was like, this is going to be so dumb. But then I was like, I like this movie a lot. Why do I like this movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is there a lighter by you? Oh, no, there's a lighter on that by the cactus. Can you look right there?
Yeah.
Now, can you grab me that candle? The whole lantern, in fact, yes. I shall do the ceremonious lighting. I'm trying to light this candle on every episode so that if you watch the show, you'll see it die over time.
Ah.
Light, you bastard. Okay. Yes, now if you could return it to its rightful place. I would also like to point out that we have some new... Would you like to pick out a new movie? I don't remember who picked this out. I think it must have been Ryan McNulty. I picked out The Mummy. Is that Uma Thurman?
No, it's Rachel Weisz. I believe that's how you pronounce her last name. I think I'm butchering it.
Yeah, no, you got it.
Yeah, it's a good film. If I could swap it out for the Phantom Menace and The Empire Strikes Back sleeve, I would swap it out for that one.
Then go do it, man.
Okay.
Go do it, you motherfucker.
Wait, can I do DVDs as well?
You can do DVDs as well.
Okay.
Of course.
I'll try to be quick.
But wait, you have to take the Mummy back. You know that 2 movies can't leave it at the same time. It's a ritual. This is kind of fun because now the camera can see you, I think, as well. Uh-oh. I'm not seeing any lights out of the Logitech, and that's really scaring me. We'll see. I'm going to check the stream. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, gamers. Hell yeah, gamers. Oh my god.
I've chosen the film Notting Hill.
Notting Hill.
That I've never seen.
I've also never seen.
But my family has a big attachment to it. There's a song from it that I've grown up listening to called this might be a version of the title. That's not technically the title, but it's something like When You Say Nothing at All. It's a cover of a country song done by an Irish singer from a boy band called Boyzone.
Boyzone? That's a great name.
And they're not too shabby either. I like some of their songs. But yeah, When You Say Nothing at All. It's a decent little tune. I'm sure it captures the love between Julia Roberts and Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grantington.
The man who steals the show in Paddington 2. A legitimately great film.
I know. I've heard many great things. I still haven't seen it yet. And I honestly kind of feel bad for not. Anna Scott, played by Julia Roberts, is the world's most famous movie star. Her picture has been plastered on the cover of every magazine. Every time she makes a movie, the entire world knows about it. William Thacker. William Fuckhead owns a travel bookstore in the quaint neighborhood of Notting Hill. His business is stagnant. He has the roommate from hell, and his love life is completely non-existent. Then one day, their paths cross and the couple comes face to face with the ultimate question. Can two people fall in love with the whole world watching?
I think so.
I think so too. Notting Hill, everyone. What a classic. That just looks like one of those like 90s romantic comedies that like came out and then it just happened.
I think it's a classic.
It's a classic.
I think it's regarded as...
Is it a cult classic?
One of the... I think it's just a classic. There wasn't a cult involved at any point. The box office and critical success, I think.
Critical too.
Overall...
Did it win an Oscar?
I doubt it. I doubt it was even close to touching one.
Okay, I could be... Was Julia Roberts... Who is the white woman? It was Sandra Bullock, right? In The Blind Side.
Yes.
Yeah. Did Julia Roberts ever do anything like that with her career?
Anything like The Blind Side?
Just a movie that gets an Oscar, basically.
I think so. I mainly remember her for films that I've never seen, such as Pretty Woman and Larry Crown, directed and starring Tom Hanks.
I didn't know Tom Hanks directed a movie.
He's directed quite a few.
Good ones?
That Thing You Do is regarded as a pretty good one.
That Thing You Do?
Are
these all romantic comedies?
That Thing You Do is a movie about a one-hit wonder band from the 60s, like the Beach Boys. And there's a song made for the movie called That Thing You Do that's pretty good. That was written by the guy from Fountains of Wayne.
Fountains of Wayne.
Stacy's mom.
Stacy's mom has got it going long.
I'm pretty sure it's...
Catch it. Like going long, like you throw a football?
Oh, I see, like The Blind Side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. That's absolutely the position that Michael Orr played.
Yep. He played a receiver.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
And I played the white savior in that movie.
Yeah, I think Julia Roberts has an Oscar.
Probably, right?
Probably nominated.
What has she got one for? You think? What movies has she been in that you remember? I don't remember any fucking Julia Roberts movies off the top of my head, of course.
She's in the Ocean's films.
Oh yeah, she is in the Ocean's movies. Yeah, she was good in those. I like those.
She's been in a lot of romantic comedies, to be fair.
Yeah. Could you pass me that pipe?
Yeah.
This is my grandfather pipe.
I thought you were saying it was your grandfather's pipe.
This is my grandfather, actually. He said, when I die, I want to be turned into a pipe. And I said, I got you, granddad.
Is it in all him or okay? How does it feel to put your mouth on your grandfather?
Very familiar. It's like home.
The taste?
My grandfather died before I was born.
So?
We had a mannequin of him in the house.
Okay.
It's not that one, but I looked at it. It reminds me of him. That's why I kept it there. Especially this part. Reminds me a lot of my G dad.
J-dad?
Yeah, he just had a thick Jihad G-dad ass. The Jihad G-dad. Do you think that's like a movie they thought of in the 2000s?
Yes. A direct-to-DVD film.
It's written by Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, likely.
Why do we give Jeff Dunham a pass?
Why don't we give him a pass?
No, why? No. Why do people give him a pass? Not at all. I don't think he deserves one. And I don't mean the certain kind of pass we joke about. I mean like a real pass.
You mean for characters like Ahmed,
yes,
the dead terrorist?
People still remember Jeff Dunham fondly, and I'm like, he was a racist piece of shit.
Oh, why do people give him a pass? Okay. That's probably because the people that do agree with that kind of ideology.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they should, but they do, for sure.
Have you ever seen Larry the Cable Guy not do the voice?
Yes. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Larry... Wait, there's a Larry the Cable Guy movie. You ever seen it?
Which one? The main, his first one? I think I've seen clips.
The one where it's, like, only about him.
Yeah.
It's really shitty. It's so fucking funny. There's a part where he gets, like, patted down by airport security, and I think they shove something up his ass.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
There's also a part where they, where a snake bites his nose.
Amazing what he can withstand.
It's pretty much the equivalent of, like, Paul Blart. Paul Blart, but for Larry King. I almost said Larry David. Oh, I said Larry King and Larry David. Not at all the Larry.
Imagine Larry David, the Cable Guy.
There is that movie where he plays a executive. Wait, I think that the stream didn't stop, did it? No, it did stop. Why did it stop? 1 second. I just need to check. I guess the stream stopped. We still have the recording though.
Oh.
Fine, but the stream stopped, which is weird. Uh-oh. Do you think my laptop died?
Perhaps.
Fuck, dude. That's the biggest meme ever. Goddamn. Well, that's alright. Should we even... There's probably like 2 people watching. Let's see. Did it die of low battery? No, it actually... Okay. Well, it's starting up. Oh, no. It's low battery. Okay. We're gonna call it a day on the stream, then. Sorry, streamers. Sorry, gamers. This episode will just come out later. I don't really care. That feels mean. Is that mean?
To your listeners / viewers?
Just to my live listeners / viewers. But the reason is also because I would fix it, but it's at 2 in the morning.
Right.
And it's like, it's going to take too much time. It's going to be fucking gay. And I'm going to fucking die.
These are fair points to consider.
Fair questions and fair resolves.
It's honestly relieving that I don't have to worry about how I look anymore.
Exactly. Because I can just blur your face.
Exactly.
We out here, gamers.
I've turned the hat backwards now.
Is that for the audio listeners?
This is for the audio listeners.
For the audio listeners, I just unzipped my pants. And I'm peeing on the ground.
There are not enough paper towels.
Is that accurate?
He peed you peed so hard that there wasn't any pee anymore. You were just blowing air. And that was the noise.
Yeah, it sounded like a balloon deflating.
Yes. And it did deflate. I saw it deflate.
Have you ever heard of like a dry, dry orgasm? Like
I've heard of it, and I just heard it as well.
Also, okay. I also just heard it as well from your mouth right now. No, but I've never experienced one, but I've always heard about it, and it seems very scary. I mean, I had ghosts, like I would do that when I was a child, obviously. Like, nothing would come out. You're too young to ejaculate. At least when I jerked off. When did you start?
As a child?
Not as a child. I just mean, when did you have your first, like that, you know what I'm saying?
You moved your arms.
That's all I could do. And he moved his arms up and down slowly as the candle whisked away in the night.
I did not expect that one of the first questions I'd be asked is, when did I start masturbating?
You didn't expect it, but here we are, Alex.
It's a little daunting to answer that question for recorded audio to go out into the internet public.
That's true. The ether. If you're not comfortable answering that, I don't mind.
My father on Spotify typing in, just for giggles, Alex Helms. Ooh, 2 episodes. I've got time.
The good thing is the first episode's 2 hours and a half, so he'll have to get through all the way through that first.
That's true. really test his patience.
Yeah. Well, not that you have to say it, but my beginning, I think it was around like 13. You want to know the first thing I ever got like a hankering for?
Yes,
If that's
please.
if that's the word you're supposed to
I
use.
need to know what you had a hankering for.
I was watching a gameplay of the video game Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know have you ever played the game?
I've played a demo.
You ever like the girls with the large breasts?
I've seen them.
That.
Yeah.
Little Carter said, "Yo, that's sick."
Damn. Yeah.
And that was it. Isn't that terrible? That I literally like had my first orgasm to the worst video game of all time. I think that's fantastic. That's how big of a gamer I am.
It's true. It was destiny.
Exactly. Wait, you know what I just realized?
What?
You're right, there's gonna be no video now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I'll just put like a picture that I'll take a picture from earlier in the podcast. So actually, you mentioning that earlier about the peeing was actually very good for all listeners. So they won't know now that I was peeing and shitting and farting.
I'm a professional.
Thank you.
I'm a journalist.
I'm glad we have someone who's professional here. I'm out here talking about the first time I masturbated. You know what's really funny too?
What?
The channel, The Red Hanger, or at least the name Red Hanger, is on like all my work stuff.
This is true. Yeah, that's...
I put it on my invoices.
Yeah.
Do you think they ever take a look at that?
Do I think they're going to listen to this far into this podcast
That's
series?
true. Okay, yeah, you're never mind.
Not to say that the previous episodes were innocent
At all.
by any means.
By any means at all. I mean, come on.
But do I think they're gonna log your sexual history as a child? No, I don't. I don't think that. But if they do, I think it's an honor for them to do it.
Yeah, I mean, whoever writes down, yes, my employee here, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna hire him. Catherine, seems that he masturbated at the age of 13 to Duke Nukem Forever, and he mentioned it on a podcast. I'm sorry, I'm just not a Duke Nukem Forever fan.
I think they're gonna shake your hand really firmly and then lean into your ear, and instead of whispering something like "Hail Hydra," they're gonna be like "Way to go, gamer," or like "Me too, gamer."
Good one, gamer. Good to have a fellow gamer on the team. I thought you were gonna say Hail Hydra, or I was gonna say that. That was good.
Do you ever Hail Hydra?
Well, considering Hail Hydra is just an allegory for the Nazis, not really.
Whoa! Whoa! Let's not bring politics into this.
Who said that? Do you think it's a reason that Disney bought Marvel shortly after Captain America: The Winter Soldier? No, I'm just kidding. When did they buy Marvel?
They bought Marvel before Marvel Studios, didn't they?
No.
No?
It was like halfway through the MCU. Not halfway through the MCU, but like... I remember when they bought them. It was definitely after the first Avengers movie. I'm going to say that right now, but I could be totally wrong. When did Disney buy Marvel? 2009. My dumbass. My big brain motherfucker.
Like, I know Iron Man and Incredible Hulk had, I believe, the Paramount and Universal logos, respectively.
Those are the ones. I'm
in
fucking
front of
stupid.
them. But I think Disney's had control, or at least ownership, of Marvel for quite some time.
They have. They definitely have. Wait, now I'm actually really curious about this, because I'm curious now. Okay, in 1996, Marvel created Marvel Studios. Oh god, those made the X-Men and Elektra. Or wait. Yeah. Oh god, never mind. This is like when they're owned by Fox and shit. Here we go. Disney conglomerate subsidiary. On December 31st, 2009, the Walt Disney Company purchased Marvel Entertainment for $4 billion.
They definitely made that back.
Yeah. Dude, they were in 2010, they were planning on making a Doctor Strange movie, Kazar movie, Luke Cage movie, Dazzler movie, and Power Pack movie.
What a phase.
That is. All the rights were at Fox, though. I don't know how they're going to make those movies. It seems that they set up the television division. On October 18th, Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures acquired the distribution rights for the Avengers and Iron Man 3 from Paramount. So I think that was actually after. I think that was when they were like officially like, you're Disney. Because I think it used to be Paramount a little bit. Like the distribution. At least.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's when they started like in the movies.
He really rubbed his hands together.
Yeah.
As almost catching a hot potato.
Like Kevin Feige catching millions of dollars. Or, who am I kidding? Billions of dollars.
This is true. Feige does not know what to do with all those billions of dollars he's catching.
Do you think he just buys comic books?
Some of those dollars are definitely going towards comic books.
Kevin Feige is really like that nerd that like just made billions of dollars. Because he really liked comic books. And he was like, I'm going to make the equivalent of several years of comic books into a movie franchise that'll span like 20 billion movies and amass the highest grossing film of all time.
He's a visionary.
That's what he said.
I think he does the Scrooge McDuck jump into a pile of money every night when he gets home.
Could you imagine a version of A Christmas Story, but Stan Lee plays all the ghosts of Christmas past, and it's Kevin Feige?
When you said A Christmas Story, I assumed you meant
A Christmas Carol.
The classic film, and I could also imagine that. I really could.
A Christmas Story and A Christmas Carol. Both. Crossover event. I get those movies confused because I'm a fucking dummy head. That's right.
The Christmas Cinematic Universe.
The Christmas Cinematic. The Christmasers.
With
the CCCU.
I feel like that DreamWorks film, I forget what it was called, but it had Alec Baldwin as Santa Claus, Jack Frost, and
oh god, are you talking about
Easter Bunny? I think
that movie was fucking awful.
And Sandman.
Yes.
Was that the roster? Was the Easter Bunny actually in it?
I definitely know that Easter Bunny was in it, but let me check.
What was it called?
I remember exactly what you're talking about. Should I just look up DreamWorks?
Was it called Legends?
Jack Frost.
Something like that?
It was some bullshit like that. It was like Legends or Eternal. Rise of the Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians, yes.
Ew, look at this picture. Oh, God. Look at this. Do you see this?
Oh, yeah. It's Jack Frost and Elsa. They're not doing anything sexual. It's just the photoshopped image of both of them.
I think it's really funny also that I pointed at a camera that was off. Because I'm a genius. So smart. Oh, and now there's also cosplay where they're holding a lightsaber.
Okay.
And Elsa's in a bikini, if you're wondering, as Slave Leia. I think that's pretty epic. Yeah, DreamWorks Animation Wiki, Rise of the Guardians. Let's see what the Rise of the Guardians roster is. This was in 2012. I remember when this movie came out, and I fucking hated it so much.
I heard it was good.
I just didn't want to like it, because I was like, this is the dumbest fucking movie. So this is what it is. Set about 300 years after the book series that everyone knew. I didn't watch the book. I didn't read the book series. The film tells a story about Guardians Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, the Sandman. You're right. You had the whole roster.
No, I said Easter Bunny.
Yeah, the Easter Bunny.
Easter Bunny's in it?
Yeah.
And the Tooth Fairy?
Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, the Sandman, Jack Frost. To stop the evil Pitch Black.
Whoa.
It got nominated for a Golden Globe.
What did it lose to?
Let's see.
Despicable Me 2?
It was 2012. So let's see. Winners and nominees. 2012. Winners and nominees. Frankenweenie was nominated by Tim Burton. I can't remember if that movie's good. Oh, I remember that movie. That movie was okay. I don't really like it that much, though. Oh my god, dude. This is some bullshit. You want to know who won the award that year?
Yes.
Brave.
I thought.
What an
you were gonna
awful
say.
film.
I've only seen the first 20 minutes.
I've only seen the trailers, and I just don't. It looks so fucking bad.
What? If you've only seen the trailers, how can you say it's an awful film?
It just looks terrible.
It's probably okay.
It's probably okay. But Wreck-It Ralph lost, and that's a travesty. Come on. Wreck-It Ralph was one of, like, the best fucking animated films in, like, the past decade.
I've only seen it once. I enjoyed it quite a bit when I saw it on the plane, but you're also saying that as a gamer. Don't try to hide your bias.
There is a certain bias. I apologize.
It's all about ethics and journalism.
It's all about gamerism. Are you a gamerist?
A gamerist?
It's my new religion I'm starting.
It sounds like having prejudice.
What do you think? What do you think being a gamer is? Having prejudice against everyone who isn't a gamer.
Yeah. I identify as a gamer, despite the fact that, like, perhaps most religious people, I'm not necessarily active in my church.
You're not an active gamer?
I'm not.
Are you fucking kidding me right now, Alex? Alex, are you saying I let you into my fucking home and you're not a fucking gamer?
The hours I log into my games is lower, perhaps, than the average gamer, but I did play Spider-Man PS4 today.
You did?
I did.
Good work. Good work, gamer.
Trying to
no,
get...
I'm just kidding. Dude, the last time I played a video game was like 3 months ago. I have not played video games in a long time. I've been super fucking busy. Actually, that's a fucking lie. I played Mortal Kombat XL like last week, but I don't think that really counts. That was like a fun couch game that I'm gonna beat you in after we finish the podcast. Oops. I did it again. I showed up to Carter's house and I didn't expect to get my ass kicked in Mortal Kombat 10. Did you like that? Did you like that little rap? I busted down for you?
I did.
I busted down Tatiana for you. Bust down.
I can't help you.
Tatiana?
Okay. I'm along for the ride, but I'm not steering.
I've got the horses in the back. The horse stock is attached. Riding on a horse? I don't remember the rest of the words. Old Town Road. Wow. That's fun.
Is it still number 1?
I think so.
That's incredible.
Bitch, you thirsty? Please grab a Sprite. My crip's lurking. Don't die tonight. Do you know that song?
No.
It's by Vince Staples. It's called North North.
It's probably alright.
There's this really great video of a white mom crying because it played on the radio.
Oh, I've seen that.
You've seen that? Yeah.
I've heard the song then.
I remember when that video came out, like the second it came out, and I think I shit myself. Because it was posted on like Hip Hop Heads or whatever, and I was like up really late, and it came out, and I listened to it with my friend, and I was like, this is the funniest fucking thing in the world. Because she's like crying.
Yeah, I think I felt
like,
about the same.
She's like, school wasn't no fun? Couldn't bring my gun? Oh my god. And I understand, though. It is pretty fucked. But also...
He's got a point.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
He's got a point. School isn't really that fun because I couldn't really bring my gun. And by that, I mean my arcade gun for Chrono Trigger that I ripped off the arcade machine at the Crown Sports Center in Salisbury, Maryland. I'm just kidding. That's a completely fabricated story. I have never stolen anything from that area. I totally would, though. Because that'd be really cool to get one of those like plastic arcade like pistols.
For sure. I'd probably take one of them, the bigger like rifle ones
Like
from like
Terminator Salvation.
yes, like the Terminator Salvation game.
That game has been in my movie theater back home for. I mean, I know it's since Terminator Salvation came out, but it's probably since I was born. I feel like it was since I was born. Obviously, I'm way older than Terminator Salvation, but I never remember a point when I walked into that movie theater and I didn't see that Terminator Salvation arcade machine. It's still there.
I feel like it did replace originally my movie theater had a Jurassic Park game, which was replaced by a Jungle something or other game. I forget the title.
Maybe Jungle Book.
It wasn't Jungle Book. It was a game where you had guns and you shot like spiders and stuff.
Oh, I've played that game.
In a jungle.
I played that at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. It was a downgrade from Jurassic Park. But
big downgrade.
Honestly, same experience, different skin. Then I believe that got replaced by the Terminator Salvation game. And I think it's stuck as that since. But I feel like that Terminator Salvation game is now being replaced at arcades with the Alien Covenant game. I went to Dave & Buster's very recently, and it has like the same model gun as the Terminator game.
That can't be real. Are they just using like all the shitty like games that came after their like all the shitty movies that came out after their prime that weren't good but were like really actiony?
Perhaps.
Is that like the genre? I mean, Jurassic Park's great, but like after, I mean, like just Terminator Salvation, Alien Covenant. What's next? The Predator.
I've only seen Covenant once. I saw it in theaters. I believe you might have been there in the same theater.
I was actually not. I didn't see Alien Covenant.
Oh wow! Well, there was a number of people that we know that were there at the screening.
I wanted to go then, but I didn't because I was busy or something.
And I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm not really that big of a fan of the Alien movies. Not necessarily because I think they're bad or anything. I just don't enjoy them when I watch them that much.
What about the first Alien?
It's I enjoy it okay.
I'm sorry. Did you just say you enjoy it okay?
There are things that I like about
I'm sorry,
it.
Did you just it okay?
I like Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, you like her, huh?
Yeah.
You don't love her?
Alex. I wanted to be here for Halloween.
I wanted to be her.
End
of sentence. Period.
If I could be her, I would.
If I could snap a magic switch on my little baby boy dick, I would turn into Sigourney Weaver in one flip of a hat trick. I'm really rhyming these episodes, man. It's fucking crazy.
It's a good thing you're recording.
It's a good thing I'm recording on... I didn't have a rhyme, man. Didn't have shit set up, man. It's not a setup though. These are off the dome, off the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
He's not actually reading off of pre-written rhyme notes. He's only holding Yu-Gi-Oh cards that he bought for $50.
That are upside down. Yeah. Do you guys want to hear the Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I bought for $50? It was from a friend, so that's why I bought it for $50, because I always overpay friends. But also, it was a pretty big waste of money. But we're going to go from the bottom up, okay? So, the first card is a card I had as a kid that I really liked and was very familiar, so I bought it. It's called Ryu Kishin. Is that how you pronounce that?
Hi, Yu-Gi-Oh expert here. Yes, that is 100% correct.
Perfect. Thank you, Shonen Jump Master 22 from Yu-Gi-Oh Legends Duel Master.com.
You can follow me on Twitter at the same handle.
He is a fiend, a very elusive creature.
Yes, I am.
I meant the card, but I guess it applies to both. Are you elusive? Are you a Lucifer? Are you Lucifer?
Some would say.
Are you loose as Lucifer's little loose little lips, little boy lips?
I do have Lucifer's little boy lips. This is what my family has told me since I was a boy. Since I had boy lips, I've retained the lips I've had since I was a boy.
They've been grown.
No.
Do lips grow?
If you have Lucifers, they don't.
They stay the same.
They stayed the same.
They look like you just have like a little like boy, little baby mouth.
That's why he was so mad all the time.
He was like, "Hey, stop making fun of my fucking mouth, man." So he said, but it was like really small. So he was like, "Hey, shut the fuck up on my fucking mouth, you fucking bitch." And then he went down to hell and he was like, "Fuck you, Mr. God." But yeah, he's a little devil looking gargoyle shit. I think he's literally a gargoyle because it says he looks like a harmless statue until it attacks.
For the gamers out there, he looks like Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god, that's true. I also have Mystical Elf, which is a classic card. A delicate elf that lacks offense. I thought it said looks offensive. I mean, she is blue, so some fans of the movie Avatar might not enjoy that. But has a terrific defense. Also, can I just say that I could give two shits about the new Avatar film? James Cameron, it's not my favorite. I don't like James Cameron that much. I think he's okay. I think he's past his prime. Same with Ridley Scott. But that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, Ridley Scott's 80 years old.
Very
not
past.
to say that you can't make good films at that age. I liked Covenant. However, I think comparing an 80-year-old man to a man in his 60s as filmmakers, perhaps Cameron still has some time.
Perhaps. But he also signed off on that new Terminator movie and it looks garbage.
Okay. He didn't make it.
Mr. John Carpenter is still out here making good Halloween movies. Making the score for him, making me all wet. I respect him a lot more than James Cameron.
Okay.
You're like, yeah, okay, Carter, it's fine. I'm like,
there was
don't you dare disagree with me.
A very interesting article from one of my favorite critics, David Ehrlich. I believe that's how you say his name. I think he writes for IndieWire primarily. He wrote this article about how you can never bet against James Cameron because I think his past 3 movies at the time of the release all became the highest grossing movies of all time. Every time. And when people doubted that
This could be true.
Terminator could be topped, Terminator 2 was better.
Terminator 2 was better.
And he also made the Aliens franchise his own and made it better. And then he's always innovating, and he's one of the most... Holy God! James Cameron's Ghost.
No! Okay, so for everyone not watching, can you explain what just happened?
Was it the boom pole?
Yeah.
A boom pole has fallen at the hands of James Cameron's Ghost because we'd said his name too many times.
You say it 3 times, he makes you have a Titanic.
Yeah, if you say 5 of his film titles, he will be summoned, and there's nothing you can do.
So please, hide your children.
If you are a film executive and you do that, that's how you get into greenlighting 3 Avatar sequels, because he will not leave you alone.
He haunts you. So he gets the answer he wants. Sorry. I decided to walk off as well after fixing my John Waters poster.
Yeah, I don't know if that audio is picked up at all.
Oh, not at all.
But I don't believe that these Avatar sequels will be as huge successes as perhaps James Cameron would hope them to be. But I do think that they will innovate in strange ways that we will not anticipate.
Innovate how?
Innovate how?
Innovate how?
I believe he said that
What's he got in him?
part of Avatar 2 was filmed underwater. I think he said that.
That's true. Didn't he try that in his other movie though? That movie where they like fall underground. Remember
Maybe.
that? Do you remember that? It's called like it wasn't called Tremors, but it was some shit like that.
Something like that. I mean, I think we have yet to see all the cards in James Cameron's hands, and I think it will just be very interesting to see what he brings to the table.
All I'm saying is,
good or bad.
I think him and Steven Spielberg are hacks. I'm just kidding. James Cameron is not as big of a hack as Steven Spielberg.
Interesting. I liked Ready Player One.
I hated Ready Player One. I haven't seen it though. What's wrong with me?
You cannot say you hated You cannot say I hated something past tense when you have yet to experience it.
How about this, Alex? I will hate Ready Player One.
I believe that you will.
I hated the marketing, and I hate the idea, and I hate the movie, and I hate the book. But I don't hate the movie. I will hate the movie. I've read excerpts of the book, and I hate the book.
That's
that?
Fine.
Is that fair?
But movies are not necessarily what books. They're adapting.
Well, I heard that the book was better, and I still hate the book. I know is that there's a girl in it where she's like really insecure, and she's like the whole time she's like, "Oh, you don't want to look at me. I'm so ugly." And then they just made a really attractive girl play her, but gave her a little scar.
I mean, that's not necessarily an unfair characterization of what happens, but I think the most interesting, most enjoyable parts of Ready Player One aren't necessarily those aspects. And you can definitely like dock points from it for its weaker stuff, but I think as an experience, there is some interesting stuff under the surface, over the surface, at the surface.
There is like, I've seen a lot of the action stuff from it, and it looks pretty fun.
The action is like, there's a sequence in there that I think is probably one of the best sequences of all 2018. Was that 2018?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, gamers, I'm lighting my pipe a little bit. Mr. Alex,
yes.
Do you watch the new Child's Play movie?
I haven't seen a single Child's Play movie in my life.
You should start.
I know. I'm very late to horror. I really didn't start. The first horror movie I believe I ever saw was Scream, and that was because a YouTuber recommended it, and it sounded good.
Yeah.
So I watched all the Scream movies besides 3, and then just like never watched another horror movie again.
Really?
But then I took a horror class last fall just to kind of like force myself to watch stuff.
Mm-hmm. And
in general, they didn't really scare me that much. So now like.
Or were they good?
I'm
not as much scared of movies as I just think I like to watch horror movies because I think they're really good films. Like some of them, obviously.
I don't know.
It's just a genre I like to experience, I guess.
I like to experience it too now. There's still some classics that I haven't seen, like any of the Halloweens or Friday the 13th. But
Halloween makes me come. Makes me know.
I liked things about Nightmare on Elm Street, but I don't know if I like it that much.
So that's the thing that's interesting, Alex, is I only really got into horror movies because my boy Dylan, a good friend of mine who's the guitarist and singer for Big Trap, and he's really cool, and he basically got me into horror movies, and now I've actually started watching a lot of them, and now I'm like, wow, these are really cool. Why didn't I watch these before?
Yeah.
Because they're also just good movies. I used to be like a pussy, and I used to be really scared of movies, but now that I'm not scared of movies, I'm like, oh, this is really cool. So yeah, I watched Child's Play, I watched The Thing recently, which was really good. I watched Halloween, I watched House of a Thousand Corpses, I watched the new Halloween, I watched original Child's Play, the old Child's Play, half of Child's Play 2. I've been digging it. I've been on a horror kick. And the first Scream.
I'm very excited for It Chapter 2. Even though I'm not sure how I feel about the first It movie. I only saw it the one time. And I enjoyed the performances and the way it looked a lot. But I do remember while I was seeing it, even though I was holding my fingers right in front of my eyes, at one point I just realized, oh, it's the same jump scare. So then I was finally able to put my hands down and just look at the movie again. And even though that was in one part relieving, it kind of made me realize that there was another aspect of the movie that I didn't really enjoy experiencing, even though it had like all these other elements that I thought were really cool. So I think the trailer for It Chapter 2 is really good.
I like it too.
I saw an article.
It's really creepy.
Say that like It Chapter 2 has to like scare people in a different way than the first one in order to be effective, and I really hope that's the case.
Yeah. The first one was definitely like more like jump scare type stuff. And I think a lot of people, I think that was like most of the complaints from the movie. So I would hope that the people making It Chapter 2 will make it more like just tension type scary.
Yeah.
Like that'd be nice. And it would also be kind of interesting because it'd be like, you know, you get like a scary like one with kids in it that's like more jump scary, and then maybe like the older one's more like tension filled and it's more like bloody and shit like that, and really a lot more like striking. That might be like an interesting like difference between the first and the second, because the second one on the old series is actually just less scary and worse.
That's what I've heard.
And stupid.
I didn't really find Pennywise scary in the first one.
I found him scary, but I also found him to be funny.
I think he's really goofy.
Yeah.
Which is
in a great way.
Enjoyable to watch a lot of the
I do
times.
like when he goes like,
yeah,
like runs after people. That's fun.
Carter shook
very violently.
Very violently.
Back and forth. Much like Pennywise. But Pennywise was like, and he just runs at you. He's like, it's so fucking funny, dude. I just love the beginning when he's like, Doikey. Come down here, Doikey. Doikey. My name's Pennywise. That was terrible. But yeah, I just love that little creepy, stupid voice. I think it's so funny. I watched the It movies. I watched the first one twice. And on the second time, I remember hating it. Because I was like, oh, God, this movie's so fucking boring. It's just got jump scares everywhere. Then I watched the beginning. I watched it again at one point, like, in pieces. Or at least, like, a majority of the film. And I was like, you know what? I like what they were going for. Decent movie. Good movie. So I don't know. I've come around on it.
It's crazy how much money it made.
Yeah, it made a lot of fucking money. It was awesome. I think it's cool that a horror movie like that made a lot of money. Because it's like it's fucking weird. It's about a dancing clown that fucking scares people. And the original series was like popular, but it wasn't that popular.
Nah.
I think it wasn't as popular as this one, so I think that's really fun. Fuck Stephen King, though. Stephen King's a little bitch boy.
Why?
I'll stand by that. He thinks that The Shining by Stanley Kubrick is shit. And he thinks that the really shitty TV version is the good one.
I mean, I'm sure if you created something and you wanted to stick by your vision and you saw something else deviate from it,
it's an adaptation. That's what I would think. That's what I would tell myself. It's an adaptation.
I think it's different when it actually happens, or it's like.
That's true. I don't know. It's still an adaptation. Like
it's still,
you gotta consider, and also Stephen King, like he'll have a lot of say on movies like The Dark Tower, and then those movies fucking bomb like shit. He has a lot of input on really bad movies. I don't know. I don't think Stephen King is good at making movies.
I don't think he actually had creative control.
I thought he was an executive producer, but
maybe he was. I only remember him saying that he really liked the movie, which
That's still bad that he liked the new Dark Tower movie, because that movie fucking sucked. I don't know. And I'm not trying to attack you here by being like, I think Stephen King is a bad judge at movies, but I think he's bad judge of movies, not because of anything you're saying, but
I don't think that affects his work.
That's true. I don't know. He also, like, a lot of his movies are just like, he got really high and he just wrote a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool, but at a certain point, he's definitely like a very like rambly type of like author. He is good though. I shouldn't disrespect him. His stories are good.
I mean, you can dislike him.
Yeah, I fucking hate him.
I haven't read any of his work. I started the first Dark Tower book. I didn't finish it.
I tried to listen to an audiobook of it, so I bought it for like $15, and then I was like, oh, this is stupid, and didn't listen to it. Is that dumb? That's funny, right?
I mean, it's
or maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't buy it. Let me check.
The Dark Tower series seems like something I would like, but from what I can tell, it like takes a while to become what it is.
Yeah.
And from the first book, because the first book is like a series of short stories and not like a true novel. It was tough to get into.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, what the fuck else are you gonna do? It's like, it's really hard to get into something like that when it's just like super fucking slow, and you're just like awesome. You're like, okay, guess I'm sitting here for a bit. And listen to this.
Like, it is just so big.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the audiobook, dude, the audiobook's literally like fucking $30. Isn't that ridiculous?
I've considered.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents It by Stephen King.
We're just gonna listen to
By Steven Weber.
Steven Weber, the man himself.
This book is gratefully dedicated to my children. My mother and my wife taught me how to be a man.
This is a
My
commentary
children taught me how to be free.
on it.
Naomi Rachel King at 14. Joseph Hillstrom King at 12. Owen Philip King at 7.
He dedicated
Fiction is the truth.
Well, he was on as
inside
much
the lie.
acid as he could.
And the truth of this fiction is simple enough. The magic exists.
No shit.
Simon & Schuster.
No. Vetoing.
I clicked off it by accident. But yeah, that's a fucking $30 audiobook. Just how fucking long that movie is. Or how long the book is.
Audiobooks are typically expensive.
That's true. But especially that one, man. That's fucking
a
lot. I was like, damn, $30. $30 for me to listen to someone read a book for me?
You can get Audible.
Speaking of that, No, I wish. Audible, please sponsor me. That'd be nice to have an Audible sponsorship. Then I would listen to Stephen King's It. So, Audible, if anyone's hearing this, give me a fucking... I'll hook y'all up. I'll talk about the new Stephen King's It. As soon as you give it to me. I'm not gonna get the service until I get a sponsorship, though. Then I'm their biggest customer. I fucking love them.
I like Audible.
No, I'm just kidding. I like Audible as well. I'm not trying to rip on Audible. I'm making a joke because I want them to sponsor me.
I want them to sponsor you too. I want you to get sponsored by...
Do you think if I give them a Blue Eyes White Dragon, they'll sponsor me?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we never ended my card collection here.
This is true.
I have Japanese Karibo. Funny story about Yu-Gi-Oh cards not from this country. Well, I always had German... I got German cards when I visited Germany, my German cousins. I bought a ton of fucking German cards.
Wow.
Sick.
I want to go to Germany.
Germany's really cool. Let's go sometime, man.
Yeah, man.
Just fly over.
I did,
I wonder how much it is to go to Germany.
I don't know. I did German lessons on Duolingo last summer. I got decently far, but I didn't stick with it when school came around. So I've kind of lost a lot of what I learned, but a lot of the basics are still kind of with me.
Yeah, that's good, man. German's a fun language, honestly.
It is. It's seems pretty similar to English in a lot of respects.
Dude, I just looked at some prices, man.
Of trips to Germany. I while researching study abroad stuff, it was one of the cheaper places to study abroad too.
Okay, well that's cool at least. But this shit ain't cheap.
College is free there.
Ooh, let's just live there. Find the best flight to Berlin. One person economy. From DC to Berlin. Departs August 20th, returns August 27th. One person economy. Let's see what the ticket's like. We're on TripAdvisor right now. This episode is sponsored. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Dude, this is expensive, dude.
How much?
It's like $1,000.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right?
Okay. The round trip?
Yeah, round trip,
Okay.
$1,000. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like, fuck.
How? I mean,
that's a lot of money.
I think that's what I ended up paying for New Zealand.
Oh God, yeah. But New Zealand's a lot farther.
It's a lot. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like
German.
I would think it would be cheaper than that.
And that's sort of my best value. I'm gonna sort by price. Find the cheapest fucking flight. The cheapest round flight is $973. That's crazy. It's so crazy, and that's for one person.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if Germany worth that.
What's a good cheap flights app? Now I'm curious.
Trivago?
I want to try to find like the cheapest flight, like dog shit flights that we could get on. We just hop on, we make it. I'm gonna do two adult as well. We're gonna really see what it would take for us to get to Germany right now.
What if we enlisted in the Navy?
In the German Navy.
The German.
We
Yeah.
betray
If we
America.
defect to Germany, one of the allies of the United States.
All just for this purpose.
For saving for our trip to Germany, which is now our permanent
Yes,
residence.
Permanent residence. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Super Saver Fair limited time offer ends August 5th. Market price. Today's August 5th.
Is it?
Yes.
Wow.
That's fine. It would be $487 for economy class round trip. Total book now 2 people. I think. Could be totally wrong.
What?
Well, there you go, man.
What is the airline?
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Isn't that scary?
The airline is just a man's name.
Tony Montana.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Hans.
Hans Verscherschnitzel. He will pick you up at the airport, little boy, man.
I have deep respect for the German people.
And apparently if you get a call back, they can really drop your price, but it's usually $1,500.
Did you start calling?
Ruben, he offer. He say, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Carter's opened a chat with the pilot Ruben. Sorry, this is probably someone who works at the website, correct?
It probably is, but I mean, I find it more interesting that he's a pilot. He's like,
I-
"Hello, I will take you across the Atlantic.
The traditional German name, Ruben.
You just must come."
Honestly, if we can work him down to 300, I think we should consider.
I think we should too. That's at Ovago, not Trivago.
Ovago.
Is Ovago off-brand Trivago?
Ovago, sponsoring the Red Hangout.
Ruben himself. Guy, wait. I'm going to try to get back on that site, and I'm going to ask him, hey, can you sponsor my podcast? I'm going to ask him that. Do you think he will?
I think Ruben
will.
Ruben has nothing to do right now except
How would you like
the
to
availability.
contact us? Facebook Messenger. I can contact them with Facebook Messenger.
do it. Add Ruben on Facebook. Really get to know
Add
him.
him to Film Friends.
I think Ruben is a film friend.
He is a film friend. Ruben is a film friend of I. That's all I'm saying.
If Ruben is an
don't think it's
admin of the group within the next 24 hours, you know.
Avago. Message. Will you sponsor my podcast? I don't think that this is the actual Trivago.
Tell him that you will buy plane tickets if he does. A little bit for you, a little bit for me.
He has 44. It has 44 likes on Facebook. I don't think that that's a real company. Right? Wait, Kayak. Oh, they have hotels. We can know at least a hotel we can get. Right?
German hotels.
German hotels. They're pretty cheap, I think.
I've never been.
What if we go to Trivago? What if we go get an Airbnb at like a log cabin in the middle of Germany, like in like the German desert, like
The German desert. We get a log cabin in the German desert. No, Carter, I'm on board.
the famous German desert. It's full of schnitzel.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ.
They mine the schnitzel out of the German desert.
I'm literally fucking shitting right now. Shitting and pissing. I found Trivago again. And it gave me a link to romantic getaways.
Hey man, buy a guy dinner first.
I was trying to buy you a romantic getaway in Germantown, Maryland.
I would love to fly to Germantown, Maryland. Get a log cabin in the desert of Germantown, Maryland.
Cheapest? What's like the really cheap flight again?
From the other website?
It's called Coach, right?
Oh,
Cheapest
is it?
flight. Cheapest.
There's something
Coach.
below economy.
Is economy? No, I think you're right. I think economy is the one you're supposed to get if you want to get the shittiest flight. I want to like be so upset my neck hurts on that flight or some shit. Like I want to be like just painfully going to German. Cheapest economy German flight.
When I was boarding the flight back or to and from Texas this past week, when they announced like the parts of the cabin that can start boarding, when they get to economy, Delta just goes, all right, and everybody else can just, you can start boarding. Just all other seats can. They don't even mention economy.
Wow. Damn. They said fuck y'all. You know what's the problem is I typed in Berlin, Germany. I didn't just type in Germany.
That's the problem.
That's probably a big problem.
I don't know where Berlin is located in Germany. Whether it's
well, there's got to be places next to it, right? You know, we get Uber to it.
Do you think it would be cheaper to fly to a different place that isn't Berlin? I feel like probably it'd be more expensive, because wouldn't like the main airport be in Berlin, perhaps?
Either way it goes, I know that I just got. I found a ticket for like fucking $1,500. Jesus fucking Christ. Flights to Germany. Frankfurt is the cheapest. It's only 1,000 round trip. I notice how I say only 1,000. I'm a genius. I'm so smart. When the fuck will I ever be able to go there? Damn, that sucks. It's 1,000 round trip though. That just sucks. 'Cause it's literally like you got to pay like double your rent to base. Like that's double my rent.
Well, here's the trick. Here's the
there.
trick though.
Okay.
We don't have to fly to Germany. We could fly to a place in Europe and take the train to Germany.
What's the cheapest place to fly in Europe?
I don't know.
Fuck.
What's like the poorest but safe nation?
Cheapest place to fly to in Europe. $261 Europe round trip flights. But that's always like the advertisement, and then it's not. They said Paris, France is the cheapest. I really doubt that, buddy. Stockholm in Sweden.
Midsummer.
I still haven't seen it.
It's of the horror movies that I've seen recently. It's one that stuck with me.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I'm hyped. I'm fucking hyped.
I finally saw the strange things, or the strange thing about the Johnsons. Is that the title of the film?
I haven't watched that.
It's Ari Aster's.
I thought you were just gonna say The Stranger Things.
I finally watched. Oh, well, Ari Aster's, I think, senior. Not senior, because I think it was grad school, but like his thesis film for grad school. It was called something like The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. Mm-hmm. I thought you told me about it, but I guess not.
Definitely not.
This is weird then. But I think I can't say too much about it. If I tell you the premise, it's telling you too much.
Damn.
I think it
Like
takes
a
away
spoiler
from
on its own.
Like I would say, if you look up the film, just look up a way to watch it and then watch it. Don't even try to Google the title.
Oh, okay.
Because then it will probably say the. Like I knew what it was about going in, and it was still a ride, but I think it's probably better.
And what's it called again? The
Strange Thing About the Johnsons, I think.
Okay, that sounds fun. I'm excited.
It's like 25 minutes, I think. 20. It's like the length of a pilot of television, essentially.
Ooh, I like that shit. I'm a fan. Okay, flight to Stockholm. You want to know how much it is?
Yes.
Round trip is $852.
That's the cheapest?
Yes. that I could find. Wait, let's check on kayak here. Maybe right now it's just hard to get a flight. I don't know. This is annoying.
I mean, how far in advance are you looking?
Only like in August.
I don't know. I think they're probably gonna be pretty not as cheap.
Should I look farther? I'm a dumbass. Is that why it's been so expensive?
Probably.
Okay. Let's check like, for instance, as a, just for fun, my birthday or something. Not that I'd go there for my birthday.
A German birthday.
Yeah.
As
like
we
that.
all have. Right of passage.
Everybody. You have to go there. You have to go back, actually, or else they kick you out of the country. That's real. You don't fucking believe me? You fucking bastard.
For the record, Your Honor, I
don't believe me? Yeah, I know. All right, round trip. Round trip
to Sweden.
To Germany.
To Germany.
Still pretty expensive.
Great.
$9.90.
Oh yeah, and your birthday's pretty close to my birthday.
Yeah.
Our birthdays.
Our
German birthdays.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wait, I looked at best. Let me look at cheapest. I'm trying to get a cheap ass flight. What the fuck? I go to cheapest and it went up.
I would like to ideally die on the flight to Germany. What is your cheapest, riskiest flight? Give me your most Rubenest flight to Germany.
A lot of the shitty ones are Iceland Air, but that really doesn't sound bad. What the fuck? Sounds like royalty getting on Iceland Air. Jesus. There's a layover in Keflavik International.
What is that? What?
I don't know. It's an airport.
Okay.
I'm being fucking stupid. Let's check like if I wanted to rent one for like next year. Like let's just go really far in advance. Not really far in advance, but really far to plan this.
A German graduation.
Yes, 2 travelers. Washington D.C. to Berlin round trip. Let's see how much it is. As the bugs beat back behind me. $834 on Brussels Airlines.
That's still really expensive. Has it gone down at all?
That was how much it's gone down pretty much. And then right next to it's like $5,000. No, wait. On Iceland Air, $637.
Better.
And $637 would be $318 for each of us.
$318.
That's pretty good. Now, okay, that's pretty good. To Germany, too. That's to Berlin, Germany. That's where I want to go.
Honestly, Ruben, sounds pretty good.
I'm saying... Oh, shit. I need to check if Ruben responded. I almost forgot about Mans.
He agreed to sponsor the show, and then he heard the show, and then swiftly backed out.
He saw it at 3:04 and didn't say anything. The Facebook page Ovago saw my question, will you sponsor my podcast? And did not respond.
44 likes.
Do you think I should like send a picture?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to send them a picture now. I'm very curious about this.
Do you have more likes than Ovago?
I definitely have more. I almost have probably as much likes on my artist page, but probably not. I have more subscribers on YouTube than them, probably. That's I guess that's an accomplishment.
So you'd be helping them out.
Exactly. I'm gonna send them. It's like you gotta pick the right picture with this kind of stuff. The right picture. Did I say pick the right pick? That's even better. It's a little, a little double, I'm gonna send them this picture of Obama where he's blue. It's blue Obama. And he's got a little teardrop.
Can I see?
Yes. I just need to zoom in.
Yeah, you were right. That's exactly what that is. That is
Yes.
a blue Obama with a tear.
And it makes sense because it's like I'm sad about it.
It's Listerine blue. And it's not a small tear.
Yeah.
It's a
very absurdly large tear.
Inhumanly large tear.
You're trying to say Obama's not human.
I'm saying blue Obama is unlikely to be human. I know we looked up the those Blue Hill people from, what was it, Tennessee?
Oh yeah, we did. Do you think those are the same people? Blue Obama.
Do I think Blue Obama came from
It's from an alternate dimension where he was a Tennessee blue person.
Tennessee? I think, yeah, no, I do like that.
That theory.
Yes. I think if
Does that mean there's a blue version of everyone in the universe? There has to be.
yeah, I think that's true, but I think that in the Blue Obama universe, there was never a controversy about his birth certificate because we knew for a fact the only way he could have been born was in the Tennessee hills
Yeah.
with the blue people.
Wow. So he was like, that wasn't a controversial thing.
No, and Donald Trump was never president because he could never ride.
He could never ride on that success, you know.
Yeah. Wow, what a nice thought.
What a nice, endearing thought. Do you think? Okay, this is getting some real serious hours here. What do you think's gonna happen in the next election? Do you think we're gonna get just a repeat? You think
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
he's the incumbent. It's hard.
I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up.
Me either. I think it depends on the candidate for me, the Democratic candidate. If Joe Biden wins, we're just done. That's the worst decision we could make. I shouldn't say we, because that's implying we're both like members of the Democratic Party. But I mean, I'm a very progressive person, and I think that if Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is very moderate. There's a video of him like talking to donators in like 2009 or so about the border wall to Mexico. He wanted to make a wall.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Joe Biden. If people are saying Pete Buttigieg is fucking moderate, they better look at their boy Joe Biden, because that dude is mega moderate.
I'm not placing any bets.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected I don't think a lot of people expected the result of 2016. I don't think anyone's going to be able to predict 2020, or at least without any confidence.
All I'm saying is I know the results of 2024.
Mr. West.
Mr. West. Mr. West. Mr. West.
I can't wait until someone wakes up Mr. West in the Oval Office after a hard day of work.
Honestly, though, do you feel like he would be able to get anywhere? Because I'm going to say this right now. I don't think that he would make it in the Republican Party because of how racist the Republican Party is. And I'm not saying themselves. I'm saying, like, a lot of their voter base is a little racist. It's the bottom cushion.
I think whatever happens in 2020 will dictate what happens in 2024.
Okay, that makes sense. What if Kanye becomes a Democrat again? And then he fucking schools everyone. Like a gamer. You know what he does, actually? He just keeps flipping political affiliations so he doesn't have to run the next year. That's actually why. That's he was like, I'm running 2020. And then a Democrat will win. Guys, I'm speaking hypothetically. Please don't. And then he's like, oh, can't run again in 2024. And he just keeps doing that. And he's like, now I'm a Democrat. Can't do it. Sorry, guys.
I think that's likely. I think it's also likely that Dwayne Johnson will not run for president, but run for a governor type office and win.
Probably, yeah. I really don't want The Rock to be a member of the public office. I am just not a fan of that. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger is totally valid for that.
Why do you not want Dwayne Johnson, but approve of Mr. Arnold?
Because he's Austrian. That's cool.
Okay.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson was in the WWE. And I love the WWE, but I just think that that's really funny.
He wouldn't be the first wrestler governor.
Who's the first wrestler governor?
I don't know if he was the first, but Jesse Ventura was the governor of Minnesota, I believe.
What?
Yeah.
Who else? It sounds like there's multiple.
I think there have been other.
What if Hulk Hogan was a governor? Wouldn't that be great?
There have been multiple wrestlers from the WWE, or at least another pro wrestling organization, that have held office. Jesse Ventura, I believe, was the highest one. But I know, I think it won, like a wrestler has won in the past 5 years.
We actually have a wrestler president.
This is true.
Remember when he was on WWE?
He's in the WWE Hall of Fame, and Dwayne Johnson is not.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's a sin. How is he not in the WWE Hall of Fame? It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I don't know.
That's like saying Booker T isn't in the WWE Hall of Fame.
I don't write the rules. Air Bud is in the WWE Hall of Fame.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Is Scooby-Doo in the WWE Hall of Fame?
The WWE Hall of Fame is primarily dogs and Donald Trump.
I learned the other day that there's a Surf's Up movie completely just with WWE wrestlers, and I think that is possibly one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, Surf's Up too. Straight to DVD, but it exists. I saw Surf's Up in theaters. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Surf's Up 1 really isn't that bad. But the fact that there's a Surf's Up 2
with The Undertaker
is fantastic. That's great. Did you ever see the clip from WWE where The Undertaker was brought back to life?
Maybe, I don't know.
He had died because I think Kane killed him. And then someone was fighting Kane. Or maybe Kane had not killed him. Either way, someone killed someone. And Kane was fighting, and The Undertaker was in a coffin by the stage. And at one point, lightning strikes through the stadium and hits him. And then he gets out and he like fights. I think it is Kane that he beats up and he like throws away somewhere because he's his brother or whatever, and they're like enemies. I could be totally wrong about that. Dude, all the WWE fans are gonna fucking come for my neck. I'm done. My career in this town is over.
I'm already planning your funeral, so.
That's like one of my favorite Nathan For You episodes. Is that one where he turns... Isn't it like a local TripAdvisory service? To like... What is it again? It's do you know what I'm talking about? It's about... I believe it's a TripAdvisor service.
Oh, it's
yes.
It's like a vacation planning service.
Yeah, and they also plan your funeral.
Yes.
There's a lot of old customers. I need to make some money. Because a lot of people just plan trips themselves through Trivago or something because it's cheaper. Because everyone uses the internet except old people.
There's a vacation planning service right by my house that's still in business that I'm shocked.
What? How the fuck is it still in business, man?
I remember my family went there when I was a child to plan like a cruise or something. And it's still operating till this day.
There's no way this stuff customers. Well, it isn't, Well, am I allowed to say where you live?
No.
Okay.
The WWE community will never know where I live until I run for office.
in said area.
Correct.
As
I need their votes.
And is that going to be your like campaign slogan?
Which one?
Is that you support WWE going to the public office?
Yeah.
Not your campaign slogan, Jesus. You're like identity politics type,
Exactly. I need my voter base to understand that if they are not for the WWE,
they're against me.
Yes.
Did you ever watch the Scooby-Doo episode with WWE?
I know about the one with John Cena. Is that the one?
That's the
okay.
One. Have you also seen the clip of Vince McMahon saying the N-word?
I think I've heard it.
I've definitely showed it to you, but I can't remember. Wait.
I think it upset me, and I choose not to think about it.
It's short enough where I can definitely play it on this podcast.
Okay, great.
Because it's like people can find it, and it's really just the voice.
Are you sure you've played it for me?
I feel like I have because I show everyone this.
I know you talk about it a lot.
Okay. That's probably very true, honestly. Because also, you know what it is? I'll talk about it somewhere, and I'll be like, well, obviously I can't watch it now. Like right now. Because it's in a public place.
Title match tonight, Cena versus Angle. Eric Bischoff screws John Cena. All you're ever going to hear is you screwed Cena. You screwed Cena.
The whole bit is that
you screwed Cena.
He's like, whoa. John Cena epic pwned him.
So Eric Bischoff screws guys. Not really my thing, but I hope it works out for us.
John. You can't do that. I liked you.
John Cena. Oh, this is so bad.
What's good in the hood? Just holding it down, trying to take care of business. Keep it up, my nigga.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck. That's right. They took probably the 2 black people in WWE at the time.
I mean, in context, they're painting him as a villain, right?
That is true.
I mean,
that is true. Because they were like, because John Cena doesn't look too happy about it either. He's like, oh. I just love that Booker T turns and he's like, do not tell me. He just said that. Like he said, he pronounces like every word like he's like shouting it. I love it. The energy. I hope Booker T beat the shit out of Vince McMahon in character. Because I'm sure obviously that was written, but that was really stupid.
I would actually really enjoy writing for the WWE.
Oh, it'd be so fun. We could make our own WWE.
We could. I have a job alert on Indeed for the WWE.
No, you don't.
I do.
That is insane.
I think they're based in Connecticut though, which is
shit, you have to move.
Yeah, not ideal.
You have to move to Connecticut. Damn. They performed in there's a Monday Night Raw in my Civic Center when I was a kid. It's fucking awesome. I didn't go see it though because my parents won't let me. Just kidding. I was too old at that point that I didn't like WWE, and then now I think it's really cool. It's like, for me, I think a lot of things. It's like I think it's really lame for the middle part of my life, and then I remember, oh no, this is really cool. It's like Kingdom Hearts.
Now
I'm really into Kingdom Hearts.
I never grew up with WWE or Kingdom Hearts. I had the first Kingdom Hearts game, and I think I played maybe like the first level, but
on that fucking beach.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Actually, it was my cousin's copy. I don't think I ever actually had it. I think he let me borrow it. But that's not an important detail that helps anyone in the slightest. But for me, it clarified so much.
It's important. The WWE is probably one of the best places to work. It gotta be so fun.
It's probably the highest rated employer in Forbes.
Yeah. You just write the funniest thing you can think of. One of my favorite moments is when Booker T fights somebody in like a supermarket. I think I've definitely showed you that, but I could be totally off. Did I not show you that?
I don't think
we won't watch all of it, but I'll play a little clip. The great thing is that a lot of these clips, like, you don't actually see it to like understand what it is, because it's all like people just talking. This one is a little bit not that, but Booker T attacks Vince McMahon. Booker T says the N-word again. Those are the 2 top results. Booker T supermarket. That's what you gotta look up. Booker T gets his fucking ass kicked. That's right. Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T supermarket brawl SmackDown, December 13th, 2001. It was a rough time, It's shortly after 9/11. It's rough. And, they needed to introduce a little bit of humor. Little Steve Cold Austin. Stone Cold. WWE 20. Look at this. Look at this man's. So Booker T is currently in an aisle checking out some fucking... What are those? Fruit Loops? Or Tricks? Stone Cold Steve Austin is talking to him over the intercom, trying to track him down. Wait, his shirt says, "Tell me he did not just say that." I think it does. I'm not even joking. Oh! I love how in all of WWE they always hit people because they put their hand in front of their hand and they. But it's like, it's so funny. Tell me you didn't just say that. That's literally.
He does. That's the shirt.
That's so...
And on the back it says "Sucka."
Oh my god. He fucking unlocked a cola can. This is amazing. Like this is so well choreographed for being like so funny at the same time. It's so awesome. Like, they have to fake all the fighting. They have to do all these fun stunts where they, like, have Coca-Cola, and it's just these big dudes that can, like, do great stage fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the grocery store employees.
Well, it's definitely, like, I mean, obviously they paid the place, but it's still a lot, you're right. At one point, they push him through the checkout aisle, and he checks him out. Like, he scans him.
Oh, wow.
Steve... Oh my god, look at that.
Was that a Hershey's syrup bottle?
Yes.
Very cool.
Very classy. There's also a part where, like, milk gets poured on both of them, I think. Like, I think both of them pour milk in each other. It's awesome.
I do think the camera work adds to it.
Oh, yeah. This is the kind of camera work I like to do. It's just, like, you gotta really, like, motivate every single hit. It's fucking awesome. I do a lot of music videos. Like, if someone, like, goes, like... I'll go, like...
Carter moved a lot of hands.
Sorry, yeah. That was really bad for audio listeners. Well, for all listeners, because the video turned off, but, you know. Holy fuck. He's just throwing all this fucking veggies at him, man.
I thought those were flowers.
Oh my god. That's just a ton of grain. Like, do you think that these guys get injured?
I would assume that they do.
They're basically just stuntmen.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
it's
very physical, regardless of whether or not the hits are real.
Yeah. It's risky, man. I feel bad for these guys. What is this? I think it's so funny when people, like, the announcers, like, yell, and they're like, "Do you see what you've done?" Like, Vince McMahon was like, "Oh my god, he's getting obliterated!"
Is this a legal fight? Is this...
I would hope. I would hope this is legal. This probably won them a title, you know? No. I love the fights that aren't in the ring. Those are the best fights, for sure.
I wish they made a video game out of that. That'd be so fun.
This would be way better than the video games that they actually have. Like, those games are still fun, but, like, not as fun as this shit.
I need to buy one of those just for the character creator, because...
Oh, yeah. It's so fun.
I miss a lot of games where you could character create. I mean, it's usually sports games and things like Tony Hawk. I guess that's a sport. I don't respect skateboarding as a sport.
Really?
On
Is this
record.
the hill that you're standing on?
Yeah.
Or the hill that you're dying on? I like how I said the hill that you're standing on.
I'm standing on it because I will not die. They
'Cause I'm
cannot
too
kill
powerful.
me because the skateboarder community is one of cowards.
It's a cowardly sport, cowardly game, cowardly dastardly little flame. So now currently Booker T has been covered in flour and is being put in the frozen section. Oh my god, look at this. They had to light all this shit too. They had to go through and fucking light all of this shit. This is so awesome. I love this. Not eggs! Starts throwing eggs at him.
I honestly wish this was a scene in a movie.
I know, it's so cool. Like, I wish that this is what Fast and Furious was like.
It kind of is.
It kind of is, but not enough. Like, there's not enough really fun, campy stuff like this.
I've only the only scene from the Fate of the Furious that I've seen is the prison break scene, and I feel like the prison break scene is pretty close to this.
In some ways. It's just not fun enough.
I had a lot of fun in that scene. Hobbs and Shaw together on screen, breaking from prison. Come on, man. I mean...
Prison breaking from prison? Well, wasn't that entire scene in dubstep?
I don't think so. I think it was really upbeat music, perhaps to a electronic
A little bit of a step
song.
I think it was dubstep. I could be totally wrong.
I don't know.
From memory, that's what I'm saying. How many times did you watch Fate of the Furious?
I've only seen that scene in the past week, and that was the first time I've seen it.
I've seen the whole movie.
I want to. I need to see Hobbs and Shaw together before they become brothers.
Look, he came out and had... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your story, but Stone Cold Steve Austin just burst through the milk dairy section, chugged a gallon of milk, and beat the shit out of Booker T. It was pretty crazy.
No,
Sorry.
it's fair to interrupt.
Does it warrant it? I like this. He takes some stuff. He's like, all right, I gotta check out. What is?
Oh no, he's making him a baby. Oh no, he's treating him like a baby by hitting
He
him.
put a diaper on him. That's weird. See, Stone Cold Steve Austin has a fetish.
I think Stone Cold Steve Austin has
Does he have a sex tape?
I think well, maybe he does. I think he does.
I know Hulk Hogan has one.
I believe he had some problematic views at some point,
Probably.
and then tried to backtrack on them in recent years. I don't know.
Or they racist? Because then this scene is a lot less fun.
I don't remember.
He looks like a skinhead a little bit. Look at the way Booker T falls. That's crazy, man. My man's.
I remember some controversial things.
Stone Cold Steve Austin got a thick ass though. I gotta say. Can you dig it? I love Booker T. Booker T is that dude. He's always been like one of my favorite wrestlers.
Oh, domestic violence.
Oh, just a little controversial domestic violence.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's the plural domestic violence cases on his Wikipedia page, and I believe he's tried to, I guess,
So
pay for that.
Several cases.
In the years since. I'm not the one to deliver judgment on whether or not he's
done these things.
No. I mean, it's not my place to do that either, but I'm not
Yeah.
one to say like whether or not he's exonerated
Oh, true.
for what he's done. But
It happened.
I'm pretty sure it happened.
He also looks kind of like a skinhead.
Well, one of the things that it said on the Wikipedia page is that it was, I think, in one of the cases, the words "roid rage" was there. So, I think it had something to do with, juicing.
Juicing up a little bit. That's sad. They're not even really fighting. The roids are just for their physique, and it's like you should be able to just exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, it's difficult, obviously. Like all people know that, but like,
Who was the
like a
wrestler who killed his family? I believe due to the
steroids. Yeah, I don't remember. Fuck. Is that
I think it happened in the 2000s.
Definitely did. Because I remember hearing about it, but I don't remember what's the name?
I don't know.
Oh wait, sorry. What's the story again?
There was a wrestler, I believe, who killed his family.
Kills family, yeah. Kills family. Wrestler kills family. Wrestler. It was Chris Bennett, a 40-year-old veteran professional wrestler, killed his wife and suffocated their 7-year-old daughter, or 7-year-old son Daniel before hanging himself.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa. This is fucked.
It's crazy what kind of toll it can take on you.
Yeah, holy shit. Possible motives. Testosterone? Oh my gosh. WWE attorney appeared and said that he was prescribed testosterone as part of treatment for testosterone replacement therapy. It was a common medical practice for people who had used steroids in the past and had suffered testicular damage as a result. And he also had a lot of concussions, obviously. Holy fuck. It's fucking crazy. That's fucking wild. Jesus fucking Christ. Uh-oh. My man's did a little whoopsie and killed his wife and 7-year-old son.
Yeah. That's
I really like in movies whenever like that's like the idea. Like that's the one before before you live there.
What?
It's like they move in and then they learn, oh yeah,
Oh.
the dad killed everyone.
Yeah.
And then himself. All right, here's the keys to the house. See ya. It's like every
Okay.
plot of every fucking horror movie.
Spoilers going forward for the film. I believe it's called Dream House. Have you seen Dream House?
No.
Do you care about
Is that the
spoilers
plot?
for Dream House?
Not really.
Okay.
Hope no one here does.
I think it's a Daniel Craig film if I'm referring to the correct movie.
Okay. Dream House.
Daniel Craig is like I don't maybe he's moving in with his family. Maybe. I could be misremembering this. This is a film that I saw in my Spanish class in high school over 2 sittings, and I don't think we ever finished it.
Yeah.
But it's like Daniel Craig is moving into a house or something, and it's with his family, and it's like, well, a guy killed his wife and kids in this house. Kind of spooky, right? And Daniel Craig's like, oh, it's kind of spooky. And then it's revealed that Daniel Craig is actually in prison, and he was the one who actually killed the wife and kids in the house. And this reveal happens like 20 minutes into the movie.
20 minutes in?
Or like 20 or 30 minutes into the
That's
movie.
like a Shutter Island type like twist. What the fuck?
So it's kind of like, and like his daughters are like haunting the house, and there's like a new family that might be his too. I don't know. It was some sort of complicated situation like that, and it was kind of like, but we only watched it in the Spanish language with subtitles, so I didn't get a whole lot of it because I kind of sat in the back where I couldn't read.
Oh shit. Was it good?
Kinda. It was interesting.
Okay. I think I realized why that plot is used so much. It's because it's the plot of The Shining.
Yeah.
I just realized that.
Well,
That was the first time. That was like that was a good one.
it's also probably used a lot because
It's easy.
serial killers are kind of a new fascination.
Yeah. Even though, I mean.
Not serial killers, but I guess just violent killings.
Yeah, violent, gruesome murder suicides.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the last like 20 years. Serial killers were more the norm before.
Yeah.
Apparently, people are saying that crime experts are getting so good that usually serial killers are caught before they can do multiple killings, and that's why there aren't as many serial killers because they only do one killing.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty interesting to me. We could have so many Jeffrey Dahmers going around
Soon maybe they'll catch them before they do one killing.
before they. That is also a thing because they usually catch them like when they do an act of violence that's not a kill.
Yeah.
Or they do something weird. They usually catch them before that. I think it's good. They just need to rehabilitate them. Instead of like, obviously if they've killed someone, it's like, yeah, like come on, gotta serve some time for that. But yeah, damn, it's getting about that time where I should probably go to bed. To be honest with you, because I have work at I have to be there at like 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like 3 o'clock. That's the only reason why I asked. Because then I can at least get, or no, it's 3:40. Can you just tell me? Wait, 1 second. I'm gonna grab something from my fridge or kitchen to quench my thirst. But I'm also gonna go check the time that we've been recording. If
Okay.
it's a decent amount of time, we can probably just chill out. Probably end it. If
Okay.
that's cool with you, my gamer. A chill episode. We have been recording for a while, and I have enjoyed this episode quite a bit. I don't mean to cut it short. I just don't want to be really tired at work or sleep through it. I really don't want to do that because that's like, not gonna get hired again.
that is completely fair.
Yeah, all good though, man. Don't.
This is the latest I've stayed up in quite some time.
Unfortunately, because of this gig, my sleep schedule has been so fucked. Yeah, let me check your shit. I'm stupid. That's okay. I probably should have got a drink from Taco Bell, but I was like, yeah, whatever, I can water. Oh yeah, dude, we've been recording for 2 hours. This is fucking awesome. Cool. Okay, yeah, we can totally end it. Nice. Yo, we got a full ass episode, dude. Fuck yeah. See, this is why I like recording for so long. You know how people like cut their episodes off? They're like, oh, we've been recording for an hour, let's stop. I don't subscribe to that because I think that the conversation just keeps getting better. You gotta let it develop. You gotta let it like, escalate. We went so far. We went so far into the WWE mythos. It was awesome.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I just wish I had ordered something to drink at Taco Bell.
I should have shared some of my watermelon
No,
freeze.
you don't have to.
Poured it
say
into your
that.
cup, man.
Don't be saying all that, man. No. I was gonna ask for your Soylent.
Do you want it?
I don't know. That's kind of fucked up, man. I don't think I should take your Soylent.
You can take my Soylent. One of them. I gotta have one of them.
I know. You have two.
I mean, I'll likely be able to get breakfast and in some other capacity.
I
would
just wish I had money. Because I have no money right now. Because this gig has bled me dry. I have no money.
If this will keep you fed in the morning on the way to your gig, have it. I have extra.
I was going to have it now.
Oh, now? If this will keep you fed before you leave for your gig in the morning, have it.
Okay.
But I would say don't have it just for thirst.
Yeah. Good idea. Because it's not really just for thirst. It's kind of a whole thing.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I could, like, go puff some, like, just groceries. Not groceries, but, like, wait, you know what I gotta do? Here, Alex. The last portion of this podcast is going to be me transferring some money from my savings account temporarily to order a nice beverage from GoPuff. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, actually, I have $74 now. Sick. Okay, never mind. I can just order it myself. Don't have to do... Oh, I have to
Savings
Venmo you,
saved.
though. How much my Venmo you?
Check the receipt. Oh, actually, yeah, check the receipt.
Okay.
This is a good
Yours
radio.
was $2.49, right?
Sounds about right.
It was 10,
10?
20. I gave you the 20, so let's knock it to 10. Or the 25 cents. Just the cents. I'm trying to, like, calculate it.
I
You know
thought
what?
it was only 5 cents.
Oh, never mind. It was 5 cents. So let's knock the 5 cents off.
Okay.
Either way, it's $10
Yes.
total. $2.49. So I'm paying you $7.50. I walk around like that gamer. Does that sound right?
It sounds
Does
good.
my math check out?
The math, I'm sure you've had to do more math in the past 4-ish years of your life than I've had to.
Okay.
And I trust your brain more than I trust mine.
I have sent you... The good thing is my Venmo's private. Just look at the emoji I sent you. Isn't that great? No shit.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Carter, you can't send that.
I sent a bikini. Haha. XD.
I've never seen that one. What does that say about me? What does that say about the messages I get that I've never seen the bikini emoji?
I don't think I have either, man. I'll tell you that right now.
I gotta start sending this to everybody. Have you seen
I'm
this
gonna be
yet?
like, let's go to the beach. Bikini emoji. Oh my god, that's perfect. Okay. Now, what drink am I gonna get, man? I want to get something with... I just want to get, like, a juice. Like, some sort of nice... I got this really nice strawberry thing from Target, but I don't think they have it on here.
What was it?
It was, like, a really good... Ooh, they might have some of them. It was almost like a fucking gallon of a smoothie. It was awesome. It's, like, ginormous.
I've never seen like a big smoothie, like a big bottled smoothie. I've only seen like the naked bottle.
It was very similar to Naked, but it was like a gallon.
That's
it was strawberry banana. It was awesome.
That sounds awesome.
Right? I was like, fuck, it's amazing. Should I get coffee, but not like coffee, like a frappuccino? So there's no caffeine. Is that dumb?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
The Starbucks, like, this shit has no caffeine in it. Isn't that stupid?
Oh wait, the bottled frappuccino.
The bottled ones.
Does
the double
the actual,
shots do.
If
Starbucks coffee does.
If you buy a frappuccino at Starbucks, does it have any caffeine
I don't
whatsoever?
think so, man. I can check, but I don't think so.
That makes sense when you actually think about it.
Because it's just sugar.
Gosh,
It
darn
gives you
it.
sugar, though. Isn't that nice? No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, let me check. I mean, it's still coffee, so you get a little coffee, but like that's about it.
What a waste.
What do you get? What's your order?
I don't go to Starbucks, but I know I've ordered Starbucks on campus. I've been at the library, ordered a Frappuccino while I was, I don't know, doing work.
It has 95 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay, I don't know what that really means.
But let's look up how much caffeine is in like a Coca-Cola. Caffeine in Coca-Cola.
Is that your bar for standard caffeine?
Yeah, because it's like, it's a fucking... It looks at... So this is what come up. Soda caffeine amount. It's at 0 milligrams caffeine. And then I looked down, it was like cola without caffeine. Does that sound like what I look like, you fucking idiots? You fucking dumbasses? It says about 29. So actually 94 is a lot, I guess.
Hey. Maybe it went to good use.
You know what? Maybe this is this one, though, to be fair. I mean, like, maybe it's like the coffee.
Yeah.
Like, maybe the little Frappuccino. Because I always have the little bottle boys. And I don't think those have caffeine in them. Like,
I do get, when I needed caffeine from Starbucks, from the bottled or the canned, I did get, like, the tall double shots. Always.
Those do have energy stuff in them. Which is pretty cool. Because they fucking taste good.
They saved my life on numerous occasions. Not staying up doing work, but from staying up doing work and then waking up like 2 hours later, I usually had one of those.
I was just being like, fuck. I want to die. Oh my god. Holy fuck. There's like nothing to get, man. This is messed up, man.
They have no liquid on GoPuff.
What is this?
Oh gosh. Guys, Ovago has heard us. Ruben himself has replied, "Hello, what kind of podcast do you have? Can you please send more info?" This was in response to Blue Obama with a teardrop. And can I say, the teardrop kind of looks like a condom getting filled up with water from a sink. Like it's that voluminous kind of teardrop shape.
Yeah.
From his eye.
He also said please with a PLS.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Can letter U PLS.
It's called
Send more info.
The Red Hangout. That's all I'm going to say.
Guys, I think
I'm
there
playing hard to get.
might be Red Hangout merch.
Coming soon.
With Ovago. On the back. Coming soon.
It's a little bit of a collaboration. Holy, this is ridiculous. I didn't think this would ever happen.
Carter accidentally signs away and sells the Red Hangout to Ovago.com.
It's happening, guys. This is really gross, but I'm going to try to find cheesecake on here. Is that gross?
That is, I mean, if you were looking for liquid and then you just go to cheesecake, I'm just starting to think that you're going to try to like blend up the cheesecake, pour yourself a glass.
I would never, but I totally would.
Maybe just put a straw directly to the cheesecake.
There's only cheesecake ice cream. Is that messed up?
I don't think getting delivered cheesecake and you're like, oh, they only have cheesecake ice cream to deliver me. Boo-hoo. Yeah, that's pretty messed up.
That's pretty first world problems with me. Jesus Christ.
At 3:50 a.m., no doubt. They don't have cheesecake?
Fucking assholes. God. What kind of country is this?
How could they inconvenience you?
Well,
like
I sit on
that?
my phone. I'm just like, oh, fucking whatever.
But now you're telling me there's an untapped market
Cheesecake
for late
delivery.
night cheesecake delivery.
That's all I'm saying, man. I think it'd be really easy. My friend Jeremy, he makes cheesecake. Let's talk to him. Not my friend, not just my friend, my roommate. He will be on the Red Hangout soon, I swear. Maybe the next episode.
Get your car fixed.
Get my car fixed.
Start delivering
Get my
that
car
cheesecake.
faxed. Get the car faxed.
Yes, get the car faxed. Get the car fixed.
Fixed. Car fix. I'm fixed up with the car bix.
Okay.
And the carpet. Also, how am I going to get to my gig tomorrow with my car? Isn't that funny?
I mean, it still works.
It still works. It's just scary.
Oh, yeah.
It's alright though. I think I'm just gonna drive. It's 20 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the worst that could happen is something goes wrong, and then I call them. And I'm like, yeah, my car broke down. Like, could someone just pick me up so that I could? Okay, I felt really racist because for a long time, or no, wait, I didn't call it this. Yeah, I saw it at a place. Yeah, I saw it on a menu. Sorry, I'm not. I thought I was racist because I saw it on a menu and it was called Mexican Coke, and I was like, I'm gonna order that. It's just bottled Coke, but it's called here. It's called it on here too.
Well, no. Mexican Coke is Coke from Mexico. People like it. Some people like it better because I think the sugar is different. Like it's like real sugar.
There's no way.
As opposed to
serious?
Yeah. I think it's more.
There's a real difference.
It's like actually made in Mexico.
What if it's literally just bottled Coke? That'd be funny though, right?
Yeah, I think
But
you can
also,
tell because
I kind of believe you though. I don't know.
I think when you
Sounds
get
interesting.
it, like the writing on the bottle is primarily in Spanish, because it's from Mexico. I think.
Perhaps.
I don't usually see it in a lot of places, so I don't have I've never had it either, so I don't have a good
Mexican Coke's good.
grasp on it.
It just tastes like normal Coke, though, to be fair. Like, I couldn't tell that big of a difference. That's why I'm skeptical. I'm like, it was fine.
Like maybe it fails the taste test of like being able to tell the actual difference between Mexican Coke and then usual Coke, but I think people feel better drinking Mexican Coke.
Oh, for sure.
And it's
probably
more
like
fun to say Mexican Coke.
That's true. I'm gonna go down and give me some Mexican Coke.
I hope Mexican Pepsi is trying to like rise up in the ranks.
I would drink so much Mexican Pepsi. If Mexican Pepsi is half as good as Crystal Pepsi, I would drink it.
I haven't had Crystal Pepsi.
Please do. It's literally such an opportunity. I wish it had it on here so I could order it.
Is it still around?
I think it's gone now.
Yeah, I figured.
I missed it if it's gone. I think I saw it somewhere the other day though. It'll pop up in like random spots because they just like distribute it all over the country, and not a lot of people like it. It's usually like a pretty rare thing for people to like it, so that's a good thing. It stays around, dude. I want something like nice, and this is really funny because I was like, oh yeah, we can end it. It's been 2 hours, and I was like, oh wait, the last half of the podcast is gonna be me ordering something to eat because I'm a fucking little bitch boy. I want something to eat. I have an idea.
Are you hungry?
I'm very hungry.
Then have a dang Soylent. Just take it.
I don't want your Soylent.
Just take it, man.
I want
Okay.
I'm fucking with you. I do really appreciate you offering me your Soylent. But I had an idea because I really like these popsicles, and they were always a really good savory snack when I was in the when I had problems with keeping down. Okay, they're not on here, and I'm really upset right now. They're really nice fucking popsicles. That's okay. You look upset. Are you upset?
I'm
Game
not
Boy?
upset.
Are you upset, Game Boy?
I'm not an upset Game Boy.
Are you upset, Mr. Gamer Boy? Is that why you wore that shirt? Because you were coming over here? Did you know?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I wore it because I like it. I wore it because I thought you'd like it.
Walk around because you walk around like that gamer.
Yes.
Where's your finger?
What?
Where's your finger? If you walk around like that gamer.
Oh no. What is this a reference to?
It's a song called Walk. I walk around like that gamer. Finger on the trigger.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Like a controller.
Yes.
I really hope people don't think I'm trying to say like I'm just trying to substitute gamer for the N-word because I'm not. It's a parody. I just also say trigger because it makes sense. At first I thought that shirt said Honda. It says Monday.
I took off my sweatshirt and it says Monday.
It says Honda. Honda Mondays. That's what it says. It's a very famous.
Happy Honda Mondays.
All right, should I just get sparkling apple cider, 25 ounces?
It sounds pretty tasty.
I love me an apple cider. I'm adding it to my cart.
Do you like sparkling apple cider better than regular apple cider?
Probably, yeah. It's just really nice. It tastes like a wine, but it's not alcoholic.
I think...
Isn't that nice? It's so bubbly. Oof.
I do like it on occasion. I think I would rather... Actually, you know what? I think I would prefer sparkling apple cider better than regular one. But I do drink the regular one more often because that's what's at my house usually. But it's like I have acid reflux, so it does a number on my insides.
No. No, Alex. No, I don't like that. That's sad, man. I'm
I
sorry.
love orange juice. I love to just casually drink orange juice, and it causes so much pain in my life.
Just to eat orange juice. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like if I don't take the proper steps to like prepare my body for orange juice, I will be throwing it up in my mouth for the rest of the day.
Jesus Christ. There's an orangey boy the whole day?
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's pretty fucking gay, man.
Well, if you
In the
love
best of
orange
ways.
juice enough,
You can
getting that
anything.
taste back throughout the day is perhaps not too bad.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
I hate that. I also just said that to you. I was like, it's a blessing and a curse to have this terrible thing where you have a terrible problem.
It is my gift, my curse.
Your gift, your curse.
Who am I?
Dark Phoenix.
Do you like the first Spider-Man movie?
Yeah, I like it. I want to revisit it because I really liked. I revisited recently. I revisited Spider-Man 2. And I was like, this movie is fucking awesome.
It is.
And I was like, I want to revisit Spider-Man 1 now because I haven't seen it in a long time. And I remember really liking it when I was a kid. I was like, this movie's fucking cool.
I think there's a lot to like. It's not. I don't think it's as strong as Spider-Man 2.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But
I remember really liking Spider-Man 2 a lot more.
I think most people much prefer Spider-Man 2 over Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man 1 laid the groundwork, the foundation for a lot of what Sam Raimi did in Spider-Man 2 and did better than he did in the first one.
It's definitely an improvement. Like, there's no better movie, I feel like, in terms of when you think about Spider-Man movies. Spider-Man 2 is definitely, like, the most solid. And, I mean, none of it would be there without Spider-Man 1. And Spider-Man 1 also just made the modern superhero film.
A lot of people love to disrespect those.
But they're pretty good. I gotta say, I disrespected them for a while. Can't lie. But, they're pretty good. They're pretty good movies. I always thought Spider-Man 1 was corny. I will say I don't like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, but he does do a good job in those movies at portraying what Sam Raimi was trying to go for. I think a different actor would have been probably better. But who knows? I like that there's young Spider-Man though, to be fair. In this new like series. It's fun. I don't know. I like it. I like Kid Spider-Man. That's always what I imagined as a kid. I was like, oh, he's my age. I'm like 14. It's Spider-Man. Do you like my Stan Lee impression?
Oh, I thought that was Green Goblin.
No. I love Spider-Man. He's just a character. He's like everybody else in New York City.
My Green Goblin impression and my Stan Lee impression are the exact same.
Give me that impression, and I'll see if I can guess which character that you're referencing at the time. Like the line. Give me the line, you know. We'll see.
I offered you friendship and you spat in my face. I did a more Stan Lee one.
That sounded like a Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. That was great.
I didn't realize how much I could lean into Stan Lee.
They both sound the same, I think, also, though.
Yeah. I'm
They're
absolutely
very similar
embarrassed, and I'm so glad that this was recorded in an internal audio medium.
That's on all podcasting platforms.
Yes.
And everywhere where podcasts are available.
I feel so sorry for
a plug.
anyone still willing to listen to me.
That was fantastic. I don't know what you're talking about. That was an amazing impression. And I don't want you to say anything less, my guy. That was fucking hilarious.
Yikes.
Yikes, McGee. I just love that you were like, I offered you friendship. See, what was that? That sounded more like Green Goblin. That's
Yeah.
funny. It's like there's this very small difference in the register of your voice when you do it. Dude, I can't believe J. Jonah... Okay. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Spider-Man Far From Gnomes.
Starring Johnny Depp.
I
As
cannot
Sherlock
believe...
Holmes.
Starring him as Sherlock Holmes. No, but did you also hear that they're actually going to do Spider-Man... Or not Spider-Man. Sherlock Holmes 3 with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes.
Isn't that so weird? That movie... The second movie was like so long ago. That's really cool. I like that they're returning to that. It was really silly, but it was really fun. I really liked it as a kid. Those movies.
It was like... It's been in development, I think, for a really long time, but now it actually seems like it's getting made, which I think is cool.
Yeah, finally got its way off the ground. Like, Christ, it's been a hot minute. I've been missing it. Been missing my man's Robert Downey Jr. I didn't watch the second one, though, and I kind of really need to watch it, because I heard it's pretty good.
It's the only one I've seen.
Really? The first one slaps. I really liked the first one, man.
Yeah, it's on Netflix, so I gotta watch it.
It's so good, man. Please see it, man.
I feel like I would like Guy Ritchie movies because he seems really indulgent.
Yes.
And
He is.
I think what I liked from Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows, I believe.
That was
the title.
That was the title.
I think what I liked the most was just the most indulgent. I'm Guy Ritchie. Watch me do what I like.
I am director man, Mr. Guy Ritchie. And I do it. That's what he said. And then he winked to the camera. Give a little.
Did he do
That was stupid.
Did he do Lone Ranger? Was that him?
Maybe. Hope not. Did you like Lone Ranger?
I've never seen it.
Kenny liked it, but
Quentin Tarantino loved it.
of course he would love it.
Sorry, it was Gore Verbinski.
It's racist. That's why Quentin Tarantino would love it.
My greatest apologies to Guy Ritchie, but I know Guy Ritchie.
Forever accusing him of fucking making that terrible movie.
Guy Ritchie did Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I think a lot of people liked.
Yeah, a lot of people hyped that movie up. I wish I saw it.
I didn't see it.
Heard it's good though. It's a lot of movies we talk about in here. I feel like we're like, good movie. I've never seen it. Heard good things. And with me, I'm just like, oh, it's terrible. And you're like, oh, really? I've never seen it. Don't know what it's about. I've never even heard of it. I just hate it because you like it. Gotcha. You ever think that's been my plan all along?
It's been your plan to not like movies that you've never seen?
That you like?
That I like? Yeah.
That's been the plan all along. Anytime you mention a movie you like, I'm like, oh, must be terrible.
I haven't seen that many movies. I feel like we usually talk about movies we both haven't seen.
We have. We usually do. And I usually say it's bad.
Although...
And they're like, nah, it's alright. I'm like, okay. Sounds alright. Sounds about right.
We can both agree about the film Venom
2. Directed
by
Andy
Serkis.
Starring Tom Hardy. Hollanderdity. Alongside Matthew McConaughey as Carnage.
They've recast Woody Harrelson with Matthew McConaughey.
I thought it was Matthew McConaughey.
No.
What?
It was Woody Harrelson.
What's wrong?
You've seen this film multiple times.
I've seen it 3 times, and I thought it was.
No, it is distinctly the other True Detective.
They look
Woody
similar,
Harrelson. Right? Not. I mean, in the wig, yeah, maybe it was hard to tell.
Bit, yeah. The wig was so curly, like and out of place. I thought it was Matthew McConaughey's like hair.
But I feel like he had the build.
I am Carnage.
Of Woody. Okay, it is absolutely Woody Harrelson. I'm showing a picture to Carter that if you think it's Matthew McConaughey, you are legally blind.
I'm legally blonde, actually.
Yes.
No, that was. That was like the biggest. That was like when I thought that Bill Murray was in Captain Phillips.
He is. Oh no.
Got him.
Bill Murray is Sully.
Exactly. Man, Tom Hanks' career is going downhill though. Saw him in that what's it called? Trip to Baskin.
What the
I'm
hell?
talking about the Bill Murray movie, but I'm joking. It's a Tom
Oh,
Murray movie.
I thought you were talking.
That really terrible movie he made.
I thought you were
couple
talking
years
about
ago.
Bridge of Spies.
Didn't that movie get like awards?
Yeah, I think so.
People like it. You ever watch About Scott? I think it's called.
About Scott,
It's a
no.
movie with Jack Nicholson. But I think I got the title.
About
wrong.
Schmidt?
Yeah, about Schmidt.
No.
So good. It was on Prime. I watched it. It was awesome. I fucking loved that movie. I was really surprised how much I loved it.
I haven't seen that many Nicholson films.
God, I just love Nicholson. Nicholson, because he reminds me of my father. Especially him in The Shining.
Yeah.
I'm not joking about that. I think I told you about that. I think I've told people on this podcast about that before. But how he's like, what? Well, he's just, he always does like a weird smile and like he grits his teeth a lot. He's like,
I'm kind of
fun.
thankful that I don't have a similar experience.
with your father.
Yeah.
What do you think of the whole Ghostbusters 2020 thing?
I like Jason Reitman. That's the director's
Yeah.
name, right?
Did you hear Paul Rudd's in it?
Yeah.
Finn Wolfhard's in it?
Yeah. Stranger Things kids. are in
Dan
it.
Aykroyd's gonna be in it. Sigourney Weaver's gonna be in it. That's
There
awesome.
were other kids that were cast in it that I like. I forget their
Dude,
name.
what do you think of this new Zombieland movie? I don't think it looks very good, but I'm also a party pooper. Sometimes.
I'm more excited for Ghostbusters than I am Zombieland.
Totally agree with you there.
Oh yeah, McKenna Grace is in it. She's really good.
I'm so dumb. It was called Rock the Casbah, and I thought it looked so good. The trailers for it. You probably remember this movie from 2015.
Yeah.
Yep. Did you watch it?
No.
I did not, but I saw some reviews about it, and it said it was super racist. I was like, oh my god.
Great.
Because it's in Afghanistan, and I'm also looking at it, and it looks like a lot of the actors are white, so that's another thing. A down on his luck music manager discovers a teenage girl with an extraordinary voice while on a music tour in Afghanistan, and takes her to Kabul to compete on a popular television show, Afghan Star. And the titles are Comedy, Music, War. What a combo.
I feel like the Middle East and comedy were things that collided in the mid 2010s. Like there was that movie. There was
Yeah.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot with Tina Fey.
It's because it stopped being like the point of every movie to like be really racist towards towards the Middle East, and so they're like now we make a movie where we're friends with the Middle East, but it still was racist. It was like shitty attempts to make it seem like we respected their culture, but we just made really bad stereotypical films about it. Do you feel that way?
I haven't seen any of them.
They're
But
bad.
probably.
They're bad. They're very bad. There's another movie like that. It was one of the first movies I ever saw titties. It was like one of those old like treasure hunter type movies. It might have been The Librarian. Do you remember The Librarian?
No. Oh wait.
Those
what?
movies? Do you remember those movies? Was there one more titties? Were there?
Wait, no, I'm thinking of there was like a movie with one of those child actors with glasses,
Oh, not that.
and his friends were like books. They were like animated books.
That was not that one.
Or something like that.
Did that have titties in it?
No, I don't think so.
I'm sure.
I think the first.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I think the first movie that I saw titties in was Airplane 2. Or maybe Airplane 1. But I think it was Airplane 2. I think I saw that one
Okay.
first.
That makes sense. I remember it was something about an emerald. It's really bad. Let me look it up. I'm sorry. The Green Emerald movie desert titties. Kung Fu and titties, space boobs and space. This is terrible. I'm not finding any of my answers. Okay, whatever. I'll find that movie later. But damn, I remember I watched that with my mom, and that was one of the first times I ever like was in the room with my mom when like a weird inappropriate thing came on. I was like, whoa.
I feel like my parents were really lax about that stuff when I was a kid, but for some reason as a child, would start censoring things for myself.
I did that too a lot. 'Cause they're just like, no, it's bad.
Yeah.
But then it's like, whatever. You get to. I feel like, did you get to a point where you're like, whatever, or no?
I got
to that point eventually.
No, I think I'm still very. Well, when I was a kid, I know that if there was like a woman wearing a bikini on the television for like a commercial, I would like turn away and go like, that's inappropriate. And I still get like deeply uncomfortable if like pretty much anything sexual happens when I'm watching something with my family. Okay. I know that's not like a unique experience.
Yeah.
But like if it's like something that's supposed to like turn you on and it's happening, I want it to stop.
That makes sense. I hear like I want it to stop completely. Just end. I relate to that a lot. So gamer. Speaking of relating to things a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very tired.
Yeah.
It's 4:00 in the morning, folks. We've been recording for over 2 hours. It's been a dope-ass fucking return to the Red Hangout, though. Our stream shut down 20 minutes in, but who cares? We had a dope-ass audio podcast, man.
I hope it was alright.
Yeah. No, it was pretty fun. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the 20 minutes video segment on loop, but blur our mouths. So it just looks like we're talking about the same thing. Do you think people are going to be upset by that?
No.
I think it'll be funny.
I think it will be better than if we had kept recording.
Exactly. It's like a good bit. And there's still audio. You basically be seeing the same thing. It's like we didn't move for like several minutes. We just sit here talk and I looked at Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And I did a lot of hand motions sometimes.
And you peed on the floor.
Well, I did pee on the floor, obviously. And then I stepped in it and I was like, ah! Did that sound like someone stepping in piss? That was really bad.
It sounded like your lips were smacking because you had the piss in your mouth.
Because I had to piss in my mouth?
I mean, you had like...
Have you ever pissed in your mouth?
In my mouth? No.
Good, me either. No, I really haven't. That's really gross. I don't like pee.
I would never do that.
Yeah. I did pee on myself by accident once.
I've done that too.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of times. Because, like, you try to... I remember I've tried to pee while I was driving a lot. Like, pee in a bottle or something.
Yeah.
Awful. One time I peed out of a moving car. In stop and go traffic. And there's a wonder I got in an accident today.
On New Year's Eve, I think, 2016... I was on my phone while I was peeing, and then I realized that I either hadn't unzipped enough, or I hadn't unzipped at all, and I was just peeing directly onto my shorts.
No!
And I mean, it was going on for a while.
Dude, that's awful. I'm sorry.
I was in my friend's bathroom in his basement, and I had to knock from inside the bathroom and say, "Hey, do you have any other pairs of pants, perhaps, that I could borrow?" And of course, from inside a bathroom, it's kind of a strange request.
Yeah.
And I had to explain to my friends that I had peed onto my pants.
It happens. It happens, man. Fuck. That is terrible.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
It was a good trade-off. They were comfier than what I was wearing.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad your friends respected it. Were your friends nice about it?
I mean...
Sometimes it's pretty embarrassing. I thought it was pretty embarrassing when, like, it's definitely happened to me. I really try to hide as much as I can.
Yeah, there's no hiding it. I mean, it never really came up again, which is nice.
That's good.
I like thinking about it. It's a nice moment to have where you reach a low, and your friends kind of carry you back. They just pick you up and
Yeah, they're there for you.
there for you. It's okay. You pissed on your pants.
Well, you know, much like a pissed pair of pants, this podcast has gone on for a long time. It's very wet and soppy, but it feels good because you've been wearing it for so long that at that point you own it. You feel like that when you pee your pants sometimes?
Yeah,
I felt that.
There's a warmth.
Yeah, there's a certain warmth to it because you're like, whatever. It's like having wet. It's the same thing as having wet pants in general. And you're like, whatever. This is wet at this point.
It's uncomfortable, but the temperature of it kind of counterbalances the discomfort.
Yes.
And I think that really summarizes the experience of this episode.
I agree completely. And with that, my gamers, it's time to duel. I just threw all my... By the way, I just threw all my Yu-Gi-Oh cards on the ground for all audio listeners.
Blue Eyes White Dragon is in an attack position.
Watch out. No, but yeah. It's been great having you on, Alex. Yeah, this has been fun, man. I'm going to go stop the recording now.
All right.
It feels... I never know how to end the show. Check out us. Please subscribe to me on all audio platforms that you can. I am on YouTube, but I'm also on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, everywhere where podcasts are available. I am on. Just search Red Hangout. I'm literally the only podcast called Red Hangout. It usually comes up pretty quickly. Please subscribe because I will be trying to put out episodes more and more. And yeah, it's a good time. All right, so peace out.
Bye.